I did not know honesty would ruin me this way. I did not know it would destroy my opportunities, take my peace, even the people I care about. If I had known, I might not have been honest, the boy said in pain. And the old man moved closer and gently touched his back. My son, yes. Honesty can cost you everything. It can take friends, opportunities, even peace. But if you hold on and stay true, truth always finds a way. I know you are deeply hurt, but let me tell you a story of a man who pays the price of honesty. Many years ago, there was a man who worked faithfully in a company. He was not the richest worker, and he was not the most famous among his colleagues. But there was something special about him. He was trusted. The owner of the company trusted him more than anyone else because he worked in the financial department. Every account, every record, every financial transaction passed through his hands. And he handled them with complete honesty. The boss respected him greatly because whenever there was money involved, he knew one thing for sure. This man would never lie. But inside that company, not everyone shared the same values. Some workers began to grow greedy. They looked at the company's profits and started whispering among themselves. Why should only the boss enjoy all this wealth alone? They said. Slowly, a secret group formed among them. They began planning ways to divert money from the company into their own pockets, small amounts at first, thinking nobody would notice. But there was one problem. The honest man. Since he worked in the financial department, their plan could not succeed without him. One day they approached him quietly. My friend, they said, you control the financial records. If you cooperate with us, we can all make extra money, and nobody will ever know. The man looked at them in disbelief. Then he shook his head. No, he said firmly. Our boss treats us well. Whenever anyone has a problem, he helps us. Why should we betray someone who has been good to us? He added something that made them even angrier. Instead of stealing from the company, we should be looking for ways to help the company grow. That was the moment everything changed. From that day, those workers no longer saw him as a colleague. They saw him as an enemy. But the honest man did not know that when you refuse to join evil, evil often begins to fight you. They secretly began planning something terrible. One day, they manipulated the financial records and created a false report that made it look like the honest man had been stealing from the company. When the report reached the boss, he was shocked and disappointed. You, the boss said. You are the one I trusted most. How could you do this to me? The man stood silently. He knew exactly who had framed him. But something surprising happened. He did not expose them. With tears in his eyes, he simply accepted the decision and walked away from the company, carrying the weight of betrayal. For months, he searched for work, but everywhere he went, doors seemed closed. His reputation had been tarnished by lies. Bills piled up. Friends who had once admired him looked away. Even simple things, like paying for food or rent, became a daily challenge. Nights were the hardest. He would lie awake, wondering if he had made a mistake by staying honest. Maybe I should have turned a blind eye, maybe I should have joined them, he thought. Life became very difficult. He struggled, worked hard. One day during his hardship, he met a man of God. After listening to his story, the man said something powerful. Do not allow bitterness to enter your heart. Stay close to God and continue doing what is right. Time has a way of revealing the truth. The man held on to those words. He prayed more. He trusted God more. And he continued living honestly, even when life seemed unfair. Days became months. Months became years. 10 years passed. Then one day, something unexpected happened. The corruption in the company was finally discovered. The same workers who had been stealing for years were exposed. Investigations revealed their fraud and their long history of embezzlement. That was when the boss realized the terrible mistake he had made. The honest man he had fired years ago was actually innocent. Immediately, the boss began searching everywhere for him. By this time, the boss had expanded his business and even opened a new company outside the country. But there was one thing he needed more than money. Someone he could truly trust. After a long search, he finally found the man. When they met again after 10 years, the boss looked at him with deep regret. "I have been looking for you everywhere," he said. "You were the most faithful worker I ever had, and I listened to lies against you. I am deeply sorry." Then he continued, "I am now focusing on my business abroad, and I need someone trustworthy to lead this company. I want you to take charge." That day, the man who had once been fired in disgrace became the head of an entire company. What his enemies meant for destruction became the very road to his promotion. Our forefathers were right. A lie may run fast, but the truth never stops walking. Being honest may cost you for a while. It may bring suffering, rejection, even loss. But in the end, honesty always wins. And that is the true price of being honest. So whenever life tempts you to choose dishonesty, remember this story. If this story reminded you of the value of honesty, tell me in the comments. Would you still choose honesty even if it cost you everything? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.